This matchup, coming in with a sub. Have you ever had to play with a sub?
I have.
Tournament? How does that generally go? What is the...
Okay, there's either two processes here. You either care too much and the sub comes in and just messes everything up, and all the synergy, especially depending on if you were prepared for it. You know, sometimes subs are usually last minute, so when that comes in, it kind of throws you completely off. But sometimes for teams, that is exactly what you need. Some kind of a mix-up, a fresh new roster. And I even talk about this when a player gets kicked and they have a new roster on the team. I think that's usually what is going to make or break the squad, because it's the freshness and the new atmosphere that can actually elevate a team to incredible heights and make it so much better. Or they could just literally we've tumble all the way down.
We've seen it in the RLCS before, where a player will come in as a super sub, and can help get the wins in those situations. I'm pretty sure we've even seen Jazer come in at one point for flip side back in the day.
But here's the thing. I've also been on the other end of whenever I'm watching somebody sub it for me. So it's weird because you're mixed with this like selfishness. Oh, I don't want them to play well. I don't want them to be the super sub.
Gibbs actually told me a story about that, how when he was away on a cruise, and I think who was it? A-Money? Or I think it was A-Money.
It was A-Money. I remember watching that game.
And he was like, man, I hope they just do terrible because I don't want to get replaced from
and that's,
Cosmic.
I mean, what a team mentality from Gibbs. Let's go.
Oh, that's great. So Echo Zulu, they got their first win of the season versus AS Monaco. Going up against Espanyol now. Espanyol sitting at 2-4, but both of these teams have struggled offensively.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of defensively, I love Lottie's point about Ghostfire. I was going to make it as well because he was the player I was watching out for. And then all of a sudden, here comes Team Echo Zulu. Zeph puts in a clear.
And Zeph just turning around, getting that hit, and you can see there Ghostfire just shocked.
Doesn't even move.
Stops moving. Game over. As Zeph puts that first goal in. Now to the corner. Stopped down by Taz. Ghostfire to the corner as well. Getting it by Zeph. Stays with the ball, goes for the challenge. Now Mr. Ubi. The positioning there. Zeph can't get the stop. Zamway challenging, and now Ghostfire using up a lot of boost, and Taz rather still getting by him.
And Ghostfire just didn't do anything right there. Could have had a chance to keep the pressure going. Bit of some panic play from him. And it's the first game. Are you going to be nervous here? How are you going to feel out the other team? Who's going to step up? And right now, Echo Zulu, just off of a clear, they take the lead.
Zeph off the backboard gets shut down by Mr. Ubi. Popped up by Matane. Matane going for the dunk, and he dunks it past. Team Echo Zulu starting out hot.
Matane, look at this air dribble, and he gets the dunk. What an angle to follow up. He turns his car so he has almost all of the ball to land on, and he does it with perfect precision.
So the sub working out so far for Echo Zulu as they get this lead early in game one. We'll see if Espanyol can get something started. They have a tendency to get shut out.
And Zeph being the sub, I think him getting that first goal, if he was nervous at all, that is such a great way to get your head into the series. Mainly coming in as the sub, that's what you want to see.
Confidence all around.
Yeah.
You know, you scoring that first goal, not only are you happy, your teammates are.
Yeah.
Matane. Just a light lob towards net. Ghostfire will hit it up to the side. Zamway going for the challenge, but stopped out by Taz. Matane, backward pass. Ghostfire hits it up in the air. And a stop from Zeph at the midfield. Taz going for the sidewall, double tap, makes the defender miss, zero boost, can't get a challenge on the ball. Right out to the corner, center ball, Matane low on boost, but Ghostfire was not able to shoot.
Zamway, what a pass as well into the midfield. Here's a chance, but all of these challenges, Echo Zulu is right there in front of RCD to block any shot coming in.
And you see Zeph using up that one pad to get to the ball, get the hit by a defender, and then get the boost steal and get out. Zeph playing well so far. Ubi challenged by Taz. Ghostfire up to the corner. Zeph attempting a center. It's kicked out to Taz. Taz to the corner. Ghostfire clears it long past Mitane. Mitane back pass to Zeph, and Zeph clears it out. Taz. And you can see this game a little bit of a stalemate right now.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to get into positions where they can put a threatening shot on target, but a lot of back and forth right now.
If you're Echo Zulu, you're just trying to hang on right now. Minute and 15 left.
And that shot from Mitane went off the crossbar. Echo Zulu on the attack. That one bouncing back. Zamway getting to it in time, gets it by the midfield. And now Taz on his own back wall. Ubi ran out of boost, or Ubi coming in for the challenge after Zamway ran out of boost. A challenge from Zeph. Mitane now going for a follow-up. Back-to-back challenges. Taz keeping the ball in the Espanyol half.
What a touch.
But easily saved from Zamway. Now Mitane a slight touch. Shot towards net. And you saw the bump attempt come out from Zamway. That one off the wall, back at net, and a big hit from Mitane.
Offensive striking has been solid from RCD. Like you said, Zamway going for a bump, finding some kind of opening. But Echo Zulu surprising me with this defense, and most of these clears have been huge.
If you think back to DreamHack, defense was kind of their thing.
Yeah.
And they're busting it out against an Espanyol team who has struggled quite a bit to put shots in the back of the net. And you see there the missed shot in the final second. Echo Zulu with the shutout, 2-0 over Espanyol in game one.
Starting out strong as well, Zeph. Like we talked about, the sub coming in, making a statement. And so far, RCD, I mean, they just couldn't connect or find anything. They were going for it, some great plays, but overall, could not find an opening.
Relatively good pressure from them. We saw some good hits to the corner, opportunities out in the middle, and then even that bump attempt when the shot was going towards net.
Yeah.
A few chances here and there, but only 4 shots in total.
Yeah.
And shut out again.
And I think it came down to those huge clears. I mean, Echo Zulu, they surprised me. A lot of their clears, either if they got a nice pinch or just a huge boom from their defensive end. It seemed like, you know, RCD wasn't even prepared for it. And as that third man, it's either you have to be so aggressive to the point where you can stop the clear, or you're far back enough to the point where you can just instantly respond with, you know, all the momentum coming for you with the clear and just clear it right back into the other side.
And those long clears set up counterattacks.
Yeah.
So Echo Zulu, even a few opportunities that narrowly missed. You think back, there was a shot, I think it was Mitane, that just banged one off the crossbar, even in the final moments of that first game. So Echo Zulu having multiple opportunities. They didn't even put them all away, but still managed to get the 2-0 victory.
And that dunk from Mitane, that was critical. That was huge. And the way he managed to wrap around the ball, I was surprised as well. But getting the security goal, I mean, come on.
And those are massive.
Yeah.
Having that 2-0 lead, especially at 0 seconds.
That's the biggest sign.
Oh, my goodness,
oh
yes.
My goodness.
Once you get that second goal, the pressure starts to feel off.
Yeah.
Even though you're winning by 1, it never feels safe.
Right. But game 2 here, RCD, Team Echo Zulu. Oh, and the instant response in game 2. Zamway's here right off the kickoff.
3 seconds in, and that time Mitane just a split second too slow. You saw him jumping right by.
Yeah.
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I was going to talk about cheating with the ball. I mean, Zamway's cheating. He was so fast and so confident. He didn't even stop at all. And it's a risky way to cheat, but when it works out, you are just so fast.
And it's worth it, especially off kickoff. If you are in a spot where your teammate can have your back,
yeah,
you just have to put faith in them. Saw Mitane just a little too slow to that one. Now another shot. I thought this was going to hit backboard. Ghostfire sneaking this one in under the top shelf.
Ghostfire, I mean, the speed. It wasn't even close compared for Zeph. Outbeating the defense and finding the upper 90 spot.
So after going all of game 1, struggling to score anything, they scored in the first 3 seconds and then put another one in less than 30 seconds later. Espanyol, big response. We'll see if Echo Zulu has anything left.
Yeah. That's a common trend too. Whoever really comes out of the gates just swinging, that's usually the team who is going to be dominant and hold that pressure because the confidence just floods in right away.
And both of these teams, again, have not been scoring very much in the regular season. So a 2-goal lead at this point, you're feeling comfortable, especially when you have so much time left on the clock to put more in. And now another chance off the backboard.
Oh, the follow?
To Ghostfire, and Taz will make it back in time, but that easily could have been 3-0. Zeph hitting the ball to the corner. Challenge from Mitane, gets boost. Mr. Ubi staying with it, pinches out to Ghostfire. Ghostfire going for the backboard pass. Does get the stop, it's gonna send it off to the side. Zamway first to it, Ghostfire getting a demo on Zeph. Mitane taking his time, that was a bold move. Taz is gonna hand it over, a good flick there by Zeph, but Ghostfire puts it right back towards net.
And I'm watching the corner boost right now for, Echo Zulu's defensive side. And RCD are constantly starving out Echo Zulu. Zamway, whoever's that main aggressor, is running into that corner and taking that boost.
And even there, Ghostfire had an opportunity to get a better shot on net, just giving up possession there. But still a 2-goal lead for Espanyol. Mr. Ubi rather misses that hit. Double commit, Ghostfire bails out quickly, but not in time. That slight double commit cost him, Echo Zulu within one.
And Ghostfire had a chance here to recover for his team. He just turned outwards instead of inwards towards the net, making it really difficult to even have any positioning when you're sitting on the defensive side. And right there, you just want to turn inwards and have the whole net to look at rather than try and be an aggressor as the last man back.
And that slight jump, had he not done that, maybe he would have been in position to make the save.
Yeah.
Zeph with a clear downfield. Taz racing to it. Zamway hits it to Ghostfire. This one pinching out. Taz having to come in to step in. Taz just hovering behind that ball, trying to get some time for his teammates to come in and help.
I like the clears from RCD right now, always finding each other, really never losing huge possessional game because their clears are pretty accurate and usually end up finding its way to a teammate.
And that clear was a solid one. Zeph trying to follow it up, and that miss from Ghostfire, challenging, and then the demo, but the clear, you're right, Turtle, finding a teammate. And now a chance, this one getting dunked on, that one high. Now off the backboard, Mitane booming clear over to Zeph. Zeph, the shot, oh my, the full field counterattack, and Zeph with the shot to finish it all off.
The sub who comes in hits an angle like that. One of the best shots we've seen from the first two series today, and Zeph playing phenomenally right now in game 2 and in game 1. He was the main striker, it felt like.
What an impact that he has been having. Zeph with the challenge gets the bump on Ghostfire as well. Taz, first touch. Struby with the challenge. Now Ghostfire will center it. Zeph, he's there, hits it off to the side. Taz racing to it as well. Wins that challenge. It's out to Mr. Ubi, who hits it into the Echo Zulu corner. Mitane, clear attempt, goes out to Ghostfire. Ghostfire off the crossbar, barely out. Center ball, Mr. Ubi hits it over to Mitane. Mitane racing towards net. He flicks it, and Ghostfire gets the save.
Echo Zulu managed to hang on. RCD, Ghostfire had that chance. He hit the crossbar, and that is something that needs to be finished. I had my doubts about Ghostfire. So far, he's been solid, but right there, a huge miss from him.
That could have been the game.
Yeah.
Had he hit that shot. And now, ball in the air in a dangerous spot. The shot!
No.
Upper 90! Mr. Ubi with the buzzer beater.
I didn't think Mateo was going to pop this one up, but he did. And Ubi, it seemed like he almost pre-jumped the hit. He's already in the air. And the most clutch shot you can get, the buzzer beater from Ubi. James, you're just looking into space right now.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The start of today has just been outrageous.
Yeah.
It has been outrageous.
So now we don't have double demos, but instead we have somehow buzzer beaters from Ubi and last second hits from Zaf. Did you see, or Zef, excuse me,
Yeah, the shots this game were incredible. Even the equalizer from Zef and then the buzzer beater from Mr. Ubi.
Yeah.
Those two shots where both of those shots could have been the best shot of a series.
Yeah.
And they happened in the same game.
And I didn't think Matane was going to keep that ball up. The way he jumped for it, I thought maybe he was going to push it into the corner, but he just kind of went straight up with it. Nobody from his defensive side, his teammates, to follow through. And Ubi, it's one thing to hit that shot normally, but the fact
it was 0
seconds. And being a player, you're going up and you have to be aware that it's 0 seconds, so the pressure's on, and he manages to hit it.
And if you're Matane,
that's right.
It feels really horrible because you're the one who put that ball there.
Yeah.
You're the one who put that opportunity up there
Definitely.
for Mr. Ubi. And he just nailed it.
And
he really stepped up in that play. What a shot.
He gave Ubi just the slightest angle to any
and
more
you saw him
towards
boosting towards it, too. He was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't let him shoot this. And his worst nightmare became reality.
Got to feel for him.
And I certainly do. Game 3, Espanyol tying up the series with Echo Zulu, who had that late comeback. But that 0-second goal ended all hopes. Center ball. That one saved by Mr. Ube. Zef looking to score yet again. Good defense. Ghostfire puts it up. Zamway trying to get a touch on it, but he didn't get there in time. Taz sends this ball quickly upfield. A miss. The net was vulnerable, but Echo Zulu too far away.
Oh, what a dribble from Zamway as well. All the way down the field, beats out 2 defenders. And the clears, I've talked about it before, RCD, they seem strong, and the possession is always there.
And that possession was what got him the win last game. Staying calm. And then also the just raw shooting ability from Mr. Ubi.
Yeah.
Can't take that for granted. Ghostfire. Downfield, Mr. Ubi, long, clear. Taz has to get up quickly. Zamway gets a touch on that ball as Espanyol picks up where they left off, putting this pressure on Echo Zulu.
Yeah, and I mean, this series alone is really a big fight for top 6 right now. So important for both teams.
And Espanyol's already at 2-4, improving to 3-4. They get a new life on the season.
Yeah.
For Echo Zulu, a loss here would be devastating. They're already sitting at what, 1-4?
Yeah, 1-4.
So being 1-5, it's going to be tough to come back from that. Espanyol, they're eager to close this one out. And now is the time to do it against an Echo Zulu team that has a sub. However, Zef, a super sub right now. Matane downfield. Mr. Ube getting demoed. Taz attempting the center. Doesn't go great, but Zamway, he also struggled with it as well. Still a chance now for Espanyol. This one off the backboard and up.
Oh.
And the miss. Zef is going to hit it downfield. But that was another chance. That you hit that shot, it's going in.
And Zamway, he was so fast to get up. If he had made any kind of contact, there's no saving it so long as it's on net. He had the momentum going in, and yet he didn't finish. And he's a player who I have personally been amazed with. Thought his mechanics, his dribbling, and the way he approaches the ball really is unique and special. But right now, not too much from him.
We'll see if that changes. Still early in the series. Game 3, scoreless, as we are under 2 minutes left to play. Mr. Ubi.
The dribble.
Going for the dribble, and Matane will come in to help out. Taz slow plays it, goes for a flick. Double commit, this is dangerous, center ball, and that double commit gonna bite Espanyol. Zeph gets another one.
Zeph, he's so good at punishing right now. He is the player who's coming in for that finishing shot. Like you said, James, off of a double commit, all you need to do is have the rotations coming.
And Zamway can't jump for that.
Yeah.
Get back in rotation. His teammate had that angle covered. But Zamway went for the ball, and that was the double commit that did him in. That's why the communication has to be there. You can go for it if you communicate it.
Yeah.
But we just didn't see that happen. Mistake from Espanyol. See if they respond.
And it could be a tilting factor as well. I know from personal experience, if you're going up against a team that has a sub, it kind of alters your mentality a little bit. You're thinking a little bit positively, but at the same time, maybe complacent.
Ooh. And also, you don't want to be embarrassed by getting beat by a team with a sub.
Exactly. But at this point, it's not even an embarrassment with the performance we've seen from Zeph.
Absolutely. He's been a super sub.
Yeah.
That shot to tie it up last game, being there to get the goal, to go ahead in this game, he has been such a key factor. And that shot just off the mark. Ghostfire, a narrow miss. Again, the challenge popping up in the air. Zamway, light touch down. Double commit, and Zeph's gonna hit to the corner. Needs another challenge here. Center ball, Matane hops in front of this one. Goes for the double tap pass. Ghostfire with the miss, and Matane's second effort. That's gonna put it out of reach for Espanyol.
Punishing off of the miss. Matane stays on the wall and then gets the flip in. A difficult thing to do to recover on the wall, but then to get the follow-up shot.
And to completely ignore the defender.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
he played the
kinda
miss
disrespectful
100%.
too.
Yeah, yo, what a way to end it. Matane, the second effort.
Yeah.
Ignoring the defender, expecting the miss, and getting the goal. And that's going to be it for game 2, or game 3 rather, as one more goal goes in. Matane says, I need these stats.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He just wants all the stats he can get, even when Zamway just pops it up for him.
And you hate to see that. Even a player, even though the game is over, seeing a player just give up like that, that's not a good indicator of mentality.
Definitely.
You want to be playing hard until that ball touches the ground and the game's over. It's just about one of those things about being a competitor. So, Espanyol struggling in game 3. This could have been a 3-0 had the last game gone differently.
And I think that's a big point to bring up, is the fact that Echo Zulu, they bounced back after a disappointing loss. You know, Matane, I believe it was him who got that touch, and then he comes through and he's the clutch player. He, you know, recovers, like you talked about, mentality. He recovers from the mentality, the little hole that he might have been in, and he comes through in game 3, takes the win.
And this could be it. Now, Echo Zulu 1 win away from improving to 2-4 on the season, getting a new lease on life for them. The season could turn around, especially since they got that win against AS Monaco, who is already at the top of the ladder, a game that they were expected to lose. So they're starting to potentially turn a corner because they've looked good. They gave up a few opportunities. Like, you can't forget about that bounce off the backboard, and who was it? Was
Ghostfire.
it Ghostfire?
Yeah, he's done that multiple times this series where he's had a chance going up for the aerial, can't find the net, he hits it just above, and at that point, nobody's coming through because you're the last man in. You have to hit that shot or nobody's following up.
And so the worst thing about it is as well, if you do miss that shot and it bounces off the backboard, you're kick-starting a counterattack. You're taking yourself out of the play. You're giving the opponents a numbers
all that space.
And space. And so that's when you see those long, you know, center balls setting up the counterattack play, like the shot we saw from Zeph, where he's upside down and gets the shot on the counterattack. If you hit the ball too hard off the backboard in the wrong spot, you could be signing your own death warrant.
Yeah.
So game 4, Espanyol shut out again last game. Gonna have to start scoring. Echo Zulu has been on the resurgence. Taz with the challenge. It goes down to Ghostfire. Ghostfire over to Zamway, and Zamway off the corner. Good pressure right now for Espanyol. Zeph can't get to it in time. Ghostfire double commit, and the follow-up, that's gonna be wide. Still towards net, double commit from Echo Zulu again. Pressure mounting. Mr. Ubi over to Zamway. Zamway.
And they had a chance there too. Did you see Ghostfire, the double commit? He didn't even need to go for it. That third man back was coming with all the momentum to get a shot in, and Ghostfire went for the touch after being stationary.
And that's not how you get power.
Yeah.
Have to have that lead up. Zeph landing on Ghostfire. Zamway flicking past one. Mitane, good controlled, air dribbling it by another. But that air dribble buying some time. Zeph getting that full boost, wanted to go for the ceiling shot. Off the backboard, Taz, the shot, that's saved. And now the demo on the other end. Mitane getting that block, and Taz will clear this across the field. Center ball, the shot, saved. And now Taz clearing it off the goal line. Mr. Ubi popping it up in the air, gets it by another. Chance for Zamway, and he's blocked out by Mitane.
Good defensive positioning from Mitane. I mean, he's in the middle of the pass and the net as well. A shot on target, he would have been able to get the save. And also the pass came through, and there he is to get an interception.
That bump from Zamway is going to give some space over to Echo Zulu. Pinch towards net. Ghostfire will let it go across. You see Ubi just bouncing around. Zamway taking his time, tried to dribble that pass. Now a challenge will bounce down. Light touch from Mitane. Taz with another challenge. Get down to the ground quick. Zamway second effort. Not enough. Shot towards net. Ghostfire barely back in time. And then we see giving up possession, setting up that shot. You don't want to do that.
I mean, you could see the respect that Ghostfire had for the other team. After he got that clear, instead of pushing up, trying to get a challenge, he just falls back.
Zeph will lead this counterattack, picks up full boost, pops it by Ubi. Zamway in the corner now, being challenged by Mitane. It's bouncing to the middle, Ghostfire. Back to the corner, Mitane out of boost. No one's left in net. Mr. Ubi just has to put it towards net, and he does! The overcommit from Echo Zulu punished by Espanyol.
Zamway in the right spot at the right time. Ghostfire doing a solid job of getting that clear up, forward, and to him. Zamway, just an easy redirect. And, you know, you're not going to miss that.
And you're scratching your head. You had two players from Echo Zulu diving at the same ball in the corner. On the offensive corner. There was nobody from Echo Zulu in their own half when that ball went into the net. And that, you don't see that too often.
Yeah, and I mean, this is match point for Echo Zulu. They could close it out here.
And now another opportunity. You saw Zamway streaking across the net. Right now, we are positioned for another game 5. Mitane faking out one defender. The ball bouncing back to Zeph, not much boost. Does get the challenge and the boost. Very good positioning and play from Zeph. Mitane getting stopped out, but the ball down to Taz. Taz just opts for the shot. He had Zeph in the middle for the pass as well. And now the pass from Zeph. No one's there. Ube gets the boost. Zeph will have to get out. Ball bouncing back towards the middle. A stop by Taz. Taz.
Ceiling shot.
Wanted the ceiling shot, but it was cut off by Zamway. Again, Mitane looking for a pass. Zeph will put that up off the corner, or off the ceiling rather. The shot coming in. Zeph by one. Challenging another. Up in the middle. Ghostfire there. Stop out. See if they have it. 2v1 right now. 3v1. Going for the demo play, but the play from Mr. Ubi. Not only does he get the 0-second goal, he gets a massive save. He had to not only dodge the bump, but make the save, and he does it.
I don't know if I'm seeing double. I saw 2 players going for him as well. Literally everybody there, the flying V formation from Echo Zulu to get the last second goal to tie it up. And Ubi, he just dodged both of the players.
That's a moment where you want to save the replay and go back and watch, because it looked like had the flick not come through as well, with the bump, when you go in for a bump like that, you're always at least going to force the player to jump, right? So if you have the ball in that situation, you want to keep the ball as close to you as long as possible if there's no one challenging you from behind, and you want to dribble it if you can, because when your teammate forces that player to jump, their ability to move laterally now is completely stopped.
Yeah.
So if they're facing one direction, you have to try to dribble it behind them.
Yeah.
But what we saw happen was just the shot. And even though Mr. Ubi, he timed his jump perfectly. He was in the situation. He knew what was going down.
He saw 2 players.
He saw the writing on the wall. And he read it, and he was able to make
I mean, that's a terrifying view from him in general. As last man back, you see 2 players.
It's all coming down to that, right? As a teammate, you feel horrible too, right? You can imagine Ghostfire as he's sitting there. He's like, all right, I know what's happening. I can't get back.
That face, James.
Mr. Ubi, good luck, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
You're just sending up prayers at that point.
Mr. Ubi, take the wheel, please. And what a stop that was. A breakout performance by Mr. Ubi. They ought to buy him a milkshake after this is all said and done, especially if Espanyol can get the win.
I mean, I'm buying him a nice steak and dinner at that point, James. That's 2 clutch moments.
Going to buy him a steak and dinner, or a steak dinner?
Steak and a dinner to take home, obviously.
Oh, wow. So, breaking out the takeout.
That's right.
And he's earned it. Echo Zulu reeling after that. You know that they want that back, especially Matane, who had that mistouch that led to the 0-second goal from Mr. Ube. Taz trying to center it, but no, he was going for what seemed like a solo play, perhaps out of boost. Big clear from Ghostfire. Red off the back wall from Zeph. Control gotten back from Zamway.
Oh.
That ball across net. If someone was real close, they could have punched that in. Now a demo on Taz. Ball over to Mr. Ubi, who's been lights out. And you hear the save coming out from the announcer on Champions Field.
Zamway's doing a great job of taking it himself. I feel like his teammates just aren't reading a lot of his dribbles. When he does push it into the corner, there's really only one option for him if he's got the ball close, is to get a pinch. And if I'm Mr. Ubi or Ghostfire, I just want to follow him up and shadow Zamway right now, who's beating out defenders with his dribbles.
And these are 2 teams that are near the bottom of the charts.
Yeah.
Bottom of the ladder, but they have made it an exciting series.
And mechanical abilities have been on display for Ubi, Zeph. Both those players, highlight performance.
And the, oh my gosh, Ghostfire, I was about ready to say, and the double tap goal, but Ghostfire gets the stop. What a save there in a huge moment. Mr. Ubi to the corner, going for a challenge, slows down the play. Ghostfire pinching it off the wall. It's going to go down to the corner, but the boost taken in front of his eyes from Taz. Zamway over to Ubi. It's a good bounce, but Taz was ready for it. And now Taz taking a wide angle, going for the play himself, and gets it by. The solo play, the patience from Taz.
Look at this patience, the mind game. He saw Zamway go up in the air and he says, you know what? I'm not even gonna try and make a challenge right now. Keeps it low and then gets a speedy shot to put in the back of the net. Game 5, that's the way to do it.
So Taz coming up
oh no,
clutch, but now dribble play, that flick not the greatest. Taz would shut that down. Mr. Ubi, long clear. Zeph puts it down. And now Taz by Ghostfire. Mr. Ubi, a little slow to that ball. It bounces up for Zamway, who can't get it past Taz. Zeph jumped for that same ball. Matane, did he get the flip reset? It looked like he might have. I think he wave dashed as soon as he hit the ground. And that slight touch from Zamway almost was enough to get it by Zeph. A double tap. You can see Zeph getting that touch, throwing off Matane, but Matane still recovers. Ball bouncing out to the middle. Speed from Taz. A miss hit. That was vulnerable. Ube just a light hit, and it was tough for him to get behind that ball with enough power.
And I feel like RCD, they're not aggressive enough to try and punish anything. Big miss there as well. Echo Zulu had a chance to get the second security goal.
And you can see Zamway going for that bump play again, but he'll be out of position with low boost. However, getting back in time. And now the dunk from Ghostfire. Matane getting demoed after clearing it.
50.
And that 50 actually bouncing off the spawning player. Goes back out to the middle, and Zamway scores! Disaster for Echo Zulu. You see him spawn right there.
I didn't even see that at first. I thought that was just from the 50. Wait, he spawned in position.
Never lucky.
Oh,
never lucky.
Goodness. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
That has to be the first time I've seen a spawn play such a critical role.
Literally everything came down to that spawn. And the time, the odds of that even happening in general. To touch the ball up the spawn, but then get the pass in. Wow.
The Rocket League gods on the side of Espanyol.
That is incredible. And they're back in it.
See if another 0-second goal happens. Mr. Ubi made it happen last time, and here's the setup. Zeph getting blocked out, and we have overtime. The next goal wins the series. And a good pop-up over to Zamway. The dunk down. He's going to get out, gets a bump as well. Going for the zero boost flick. Huge height on it. Taz needs some help. Echo Zulu forced to use a lot of boost to get that stop. Mr. Ubi off the backboard. Matane, a long hit. Ghostfire is going to slow it down. Lands on Zamway's head.
I mean, how are RCD going to take advantage of it? Barely managing. Here comes the bumps from Ghostfire. Doesn't get a touch. And the pressure has been all RCD so far.
Zamway centers it. Long hit. Ghostfire.
Double commit.
And the demo. Brief numbers advantage. Matane off the backboard and a key stop from Ghostfire. Another challenge from Zamway. Zeph puts it down. Ghostfire back towards net. Taz back in time, but it's bouncing out to the middle. The shot saved. Another follow-up. The pace loading towards net. Off the post that hits. Ghostfire in overtime, getting the win for Espanyol.
And look at the patience. He just delayed it so much, and they win off of the spawn to get them into overtime. RCD. Oh, James, are you okay, man? I've never seen anything like that.